Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here, and welcome on into a LEGO Lord of the Rings video. Today we're going to be reviewing two brand new sets that came out on June the 1st. This one over here was a gift with purchase and was sent to me by Lego and LAN. It just came a little bit late, unfortunately, but here it is. It is the promo that you get when you buy Barad-dûr, and it's set number 40693, the Fell Beast, valued at $29.99 USD or $39.99 Canadian. And then over here we've got the new Brickheadz addition to our collection. We've got 40751. This is Legolas and Gimli, retailing for $19.99 USD or $24.99 Canadian. If you want to hop around to the different sections, there's time codes down below, but I'm pretty excited. This specifically, of course, over here, we've never gotten the Fell Beast before, and it's great to get the Nazgûl back here updated in 2024. And then these Brickheadz are pretty exciting because, again, like I said before, they're great additions to our collection, which, again, you can check out once we look at them. But let's go ahead, let's take a closer look at these. I want to talk about something first. You might not find this interesting, but I personally do. This is the promo that came with the purchase of Avengers Tower. This is the box design that you get for a couple of different things. That's the instructions. That's the cover right there on the front. And it's been like that for a couple of things, like the lightsaber promos when you buy some of the Star Wars sets. But I'm glad that we're moving away from that. And we've now got these really much fancier designs here, much more in line with what you would expect to get with the actual branding for the individual sets. So I'm very excited about this set here. All right, so here it is built, and I like the build for this. I think it is a little bit better in person. At least the body I'm more impressed with, and then it's the wings that I'm actually a little bit disappointed by. But overall, I think it is a pretty fun build. I think that the value that they've got it at $30 is a little higher than it should be for sure. But again, it's free. You get it with the set. So, I mean, you still can then subtract this if you were able to pick this up when it was actually going on. Now this thing's retailing for a couple $100s. But I think, you know, for a display model, it's pretty exciting. I think that it's a fun addition to the tower. Obviously, I think it could have just been included and not been its own thing, or sell this set, you know, give us the Witch King. I still think that this is a pretty cool looking display model. Anyways, to detach it, it's pretty simple. You just lift it on up and it separates from the base. You could, of course, actually move the claws to have it sitting on its own. You don't need the stand for that, but there's a lot of posability when it comes to this. I do want to remove the figure because it is bending the cape, but you have that saddle there. But yeah, the head, there's a lot of posability there for the neck, and you can bend it. You can't bend it down because of these points here will actually touch each other there, so you can really only pose it up or side to side. But I think the shaping of the head looks good. I like how they've done the tongue there and the mouth, how you can open the jaw. But it just needed a sticker or a print there on that side. I really am disappointed by that. Like, that's just so plain and boring. But yeah, this saddle looks pretty good there. But the legs, I like the shaping, and there's a lot of posability that you've got going on there. I like the feet there with the claws, the talons, and the ingots and everything. Just the shaping of that looks good. Underneath the belly, like, I like the tan, how that continues underneath there. And even here, how it continues underneath the tail. The tail, honestly, I think might be my favorite part. Just the shaping of this, how they've done that, and just the tiling off of everything. There's just so much posability. Up, down, left, right. You even got this little bit here on the end that you can lift up and down too. I think it looks great, and the only thing that I'll say about this is, like, you know, I hate when we have mixel joint pieces here being used in other sets, but because this is a gray beast, it works well here, so no complaints there. Now, the wings. Obviously, it has a very large wingspan. You do get these really cool plastic foil pieces, and this is exclusive to the set. It's probably the most exclusive thing. I mean, we've gotten Nazgûls before, so nothing too interesting there, but this looks really cool. Just the design of this. They are a little bit transparent. You can see through that, and it looks pretty great. I like how it's tattered and everything, and the connection points to that. I think that the way that it's attached is a little boring, just that it's only up and down and not left and forward or different things. So, you know, if this was on a ball joint, you could really angle this a lot better, I think. And just having it this way too, just the slightest touch backwards and it will actually fall off. Over here you can see with this wings pattern looks like here. Again, very detailed, and it's probably going to be the most rare thing. Other than that, you could probably get obviously all of these pieces on your own. Like, there's nothing too special going on here for the rest of the build. Now, the color scheme for this stand reminds me more of something from Osgiliath, not actually from Barad-dûr, but this looks pretty cool in terms of how you can actually connect the feet here to the stand. You just snap them into place, and you can lower the talons and the claws there to actually sort of wrap around the pillars. You can even, it shows it on the box, you can even, it's strong enough to have it just with one leg there attached. You just got to be careful not to touch it too much, or you could see the more you wobble it, the more it'll fall off, but you do have that ability. Simple, small build, but I appreciate it, honestly. I think as well, since it's an 18+ set, it's a display model, it has a stand, so that's cool. Here is the Nazgûl, and it looks amazing. I really love the look of this here in 2024. I never got one of the original ones, so I'm happy to have this. I think the sword using that piece looks really great. The torso is brand new here for this figure. It is exclusive, so that and the wings are what make this set so exclusive and rare. The tattered cape works really well. It's going to get ruined if you leave him sitting on top of the fell beast. I think this hood piece works so well too for them. And guess what? Nothing going on the back of the head. And if you lift this up here, you can see the back torso printing there too. It's pretty detailed, and it just feels like something that could have been used from Star Wars. So I don't know if they're going to get a use of this in Star Wars, if they're going to get a use of this in future Lord of the Rings sets, but it's still pretty cool to have. So here they are built, the two Brickheadz. We got Legolas and Gimli. Height-wise, it's interesting. I feel like Legolas maybe could have been a little bit taller. We'll see what he looks like compared to some of the other Lord of the Rings characters. But yeah, I'm excited to have these two, so let's look at them individually. Here is the Legolas one. You can see he's got the elvish bow there. And of course, the stands that they're on is just the regular Brickheadz stands. And if you didn't know, by the way, the faces are actually what they're standing on. If you never realized that, that's in the logo for Brickheadz. But yeah, he looks great. I love this printed tile there. This 2x4 tile looks amazing. I really appreciate that. I think I prefer when we get a print instead of a brick build, but that's just me. I think how they've done the hair looks pretty good. You've got the braided bits there in the back, and the top of the hair looks pretty good there too. The whole outfit and everything going on looks really good. Now, there is one thing that I want to mention, and it's this quiver here in the back. That's pretty cool. I don't think we've ever gotten that before for Brickheadz, so it looks pretty great how they've done that here on this angle with the mixel joints there. Now, you can't really see it, so I don't mind too much that you have the gray sticking out, but from the side there, it looks pretty good just having that sticking out. It is interesting. Someone pointed out, why are the arrows pointing up this way? You wouldn't have that. I guess you got to pretend that that's like the sort of feathered part of the arrow, but still, I love that they included that, and this is a pretty good Brickheadz. Not one of the best ever, but I like it. And here is Gimli. So he's a little bit smaller than Legolas, and I love some of the parts that they've done for this. Like, the belt looks pretty good, and even how they've done the beard, I really like. But none of that compares to how they've done the helmet. I really loved building this top part here. It's just so symmetrical and everything here. It was such a pleasure to build up at the top. You do have this really cool print there on this triangular piece, and it's just very, very detailed, and I like how that just adds something, I think, to this helmet. And even the side parts here look really great. I do like his cape that he's got on there too. You can see a little bit of his hair sticking out there underneath there, and you've also got his battle axe in one hand there, and then you could see how short he is there in comparison to how many studs tall he is. But yeah, this is a really great Brickheadz. These two being paired together, I think, make perfect sense. Just such an iconic duo. All right, so here is the entire Brickheadz collection for Lord of the Rings so far. This is in order of chronological order in terms of when we first meet the characters, and then also their outfits. So, like, this is obviously we meet Frodo before we meet Gandalf, but not in this outfit. And same here for Arwen. This is the outfits from the end of the film, which look great. But yeah, I am really happy so far with the collection. It's interesting that we are getting them in 2 packs instead of individual. I'm wondering how they're going to do the rest of the other 3 hobbits. Oh, we also need Boromir. So maybe you could put one of the hobbits with him, I think, as well. But obviously, there's still tons of other characters to get beyond them. I would love just Sauron on his own. Would be so cool to get, I think, an individual pack of him. Cool as it is to have Aragorn here in this outfit, I just want his casual one so that we could have the whole fellowship in their original outfits. And yeah, you know, Gandalf the White, there's just endless possibilities here for this theme. Well, there you have it, everyone. That is my review of these two Lego Lord of the Rings sets that came out on June the 1st. Now, obviously, I think I've heard your comments. I've passed along your comments to Lego. I only hope that they listen to the fact that people, obviously, they still want those really cool display models like Barad-dûr or even Rivendell, but then they also want smaller sets available to purchase, not just gift with purchases, something like this. And yeah, at least me, and obviously I think these are doing well. That's like, this was the first Brickheadz that I saw to sell out when I went on opening day. People want more Lord of the Rings Brickheadz sets. They do want more affordable sets. So keep this up. Keep sets like this up as well. Maybe a little better quality, because it would not be a problem. It'd be a real set with not just one figure. And then also keep up the display models. I think that there is such a big audience there for Lord of the Rings that they're just missing out on. Be sure to subscribe, turn the bell notification so you don't miss out on hopefully more Lego Lord of the Rings set news and reviews. If you want to check out my review of Barad-dûr or Rivendell, they're both on screen here at the end. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you all have a great day. We'll see you all in the next one.